Hey there, welcome to tip number 8 of my 10 quick tips to improve your photography. And this tip is going to be our first tip about the process of shooting and taking the photograph. The first 4 tips were on composition. The next 3 were on the what and when to photograph. And now this tip is going to be on don't overshoot, right? Which is the trend today, to overshoot. And before I get into all that, I want to be sure and mention that you can get all 10 of these tips in a free PDF download from my website. Just visit thevisualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, and you can download them there. And also, while you're at my website, don't forget to check out my devotional book, Drawing Near, Meeting God in His Creation. So now let's jump into tip number 8, which is don't overshoot. And this kind of goes back to the day of when photography was young, to follow some of the grand masters like Ansel Adams. Now Ansel Adams, he used an 8x10 camera for the majority of his photographs. It was a big old camera called a view camera, and it was big, it was clunky, and you couldn't go click, 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 click with it. It was a process of taking the photograph. But Ansel Adams got some great photographs. He's one of the world's most famous landscape photographer. And same thing with a guy named Elliot Porter, who also used a view camera for a lot of his photographs. And Elliot Porter was a pioneer in color photography back in the middle of the 20th century. And if we go even farther back, there's a man named William Henry Jackson who took all these iconic images of the American West back in the 19th century, and he had to put all his camera gear on a donkey and travel the West with that. He didn't go click, 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 click. No, he was very deliberate. And we need to be very deliberate about our photographs and not overshoot, because that is definitely the trend today. And then it just gives us a lot of photographs to edit, and then we're like, oh, which one is the best? I got 5 that look almost the exact same. How do I choose? Which one? No, slow down. Enjoy the process. Be deliberate. Enjoy connecting with God and drawing near to Him as you photograph, and just enjoy the entire process. Now, here's a photograph that I took of a red panda. And I took some shots of it before this one. I'm not going to say I didn't take any but this one, but this is the one I wanted. I wanted the panda walking the right direction into the sunlight. So I got that shot as it did that, because I was being deliberate about what I wanted, and I've got that. And this goes for landscape photos as well. With this photograph in the Boundary Waters in Minnesota, I was just having a quiet time with the Lord, and I saw the canoes on the shore, and I was like, I'm going to put one of them out there and just get a picture of it and photograph that. And that I took 3 photographs that morning, and this was one of them. So I was very deliberate about how I set it up, and I just enjoyed the process, continuing in my quiet time and my time with God, and enjoying Him in that moment. And not only can we enjoy God, we can enjoy other people. Here's a photograph of my family out for a hike. And that was what that day was about. We took a fall hike. We were on lots of trails in a beautiful park, about about an hour and a half from where I live. And in that, we just enjoyed the day. And they enjoyed hiking. And here's another photograph that I took that day. And I was being deliberate, setting up my camera and just, taking those photographs in a purposeful manner, not overshooting. And here's 2 more photos of just enjoying the morning. Here's a photo I took in Colorado, just the sun coming through the trees. And I was out, and my purpose was to take photos that morning, but I didn't go on any big journey or anything like that. I was close to the campground. This was right outside the campground my family and I were staying at, and I just walked around a bit and had time with God and photographed. And here's another photograph. I got up, again, I was camping, got up early before the other people I was with, and it was a little frosty morning. It was about 30 degrees, fall, October morning, and I spent some time with God as I thought about His creation and the beauty that was there in the early fall. Not a lot of color, but there was a little bit of color, and I just, I enjoyed it, and I soaked it in as I waited for the sun to rise and get the photograph I was hoping to get, which was this of the sun rising with the the fog and then coming off the lake. And it was a beautiful morning, which made for a beautiful photograph. And I wanted this one, and I got the one I wanted. And when we think that way, when we're purposeful about it, we don't have to take tons of photographs. So that's it. Tip number 8: don't overshoot. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the time with God, and let that good photograph emerge from enjoying the process and the time with God. So take care, and if you want these 10 photo tips and a free PDF, don't forget to visit my website, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, and download it there, and also check out my book while you're there, Drawing Near, Meeting God in His Creation. So thanks again for stopping by, and draw near.